Welcome back to the channel. I'm Foreman, and today I'm going to show you how you can exploit bank switching offers in order to make over £600 every 2 or 3 years, or even more if you're very keen with it. Now, this is a brilliant strategy because these offers refresh every 2 or 3 years, so indefinitely you could get quite a bit of money over a longer period of time, and again, it requires minimal effort up front, as well as the fact being completely legal and tax-free is a good result, and it's no surprise that Martin Lewis is always advocating for it. We can see in November that actually he was pushing for this as well, and that you can get a free £200 just by signing up to a few of the banks and switching over. And the best thing is here that the offers are always refreshing, always. So in this time, HSBC was available and there was £200 just to switch bank account. So it's certainly a good idea, and I'm not surprised he's always pushing for it. So the best place to start is actually the Martin Lewis Money Savings Expert website. This has always got up to date with the latest switch offers, and to be honest, it's probably the best place you can check. So the offers in the video currently may not be live for you, so it's worth checking that link. I've left it in the description down below. But when you click onto this, you've got the top bank accounts that pay for free cash for switching. We've got NatWest that will offer you £200. There's also £36 a year in cash back, although there's a few things you've got to do, such as deposit £1,250, use mobile banking within 60 days of opening the account, and then the £200 will be paid within 7 days. So that's quite a quick one for you, and quite possibly a good one there. There's also a First Direct account. It seems that you can claim a £30 Amazon voucher as well, although you should note that First Direct and HSBC are owned, well, HSBC owns First Direct, so you aren't eligible for this reward if you've had a sister account with HSBC since January 2020, but you can get £175 here, as you can see. And there's also TSB that has a free £200, which is £125 up front, and a further £75 by November. You'll need to spend on the debit card 5 times, paying £500 a month, and have 2 direct debits. So typically, probably for the extra £75, it's probably not as worthwhile, but there's always some good offers about. So I'm going to show you some of the top tips on how you're going to be easily able to exploit these offers with a minimal time investment, and so that you can do it going forward and just get all of this free, tax-free money. And if you like this video, definitely drop one of these so that any new viewer can go, okay, this is a valuable video. So starting off, you're going to need a few things. You're going to want a dummy switch account. Now, there are a few bank account providers here that can be very effective in creating dummy accounts. Some people like to suggest the likes of Starling and Monzo because they're online-only app-exclusive banks, and they are very easy to set up accounts with, so they could be a good one. However, I think Starling and Monzo are very good as primary current accounts, and I personally use Starling as my primary current account because it's so good at monitoring your spending and creating budgets that I don't think it's worthwhile to switch that account so that I lose track of how much I'm spending each month. Now, the more savvy people might use spreadsheets to track their spending and do budgeting, therefore they don't mind, but I always think it's wise to keep the current account separate. And ultimately, the good thing about this is, whilst it might suggest that you should switch your main current account to get these offers, you don't have to. So it's brilliant. You can avoid that completely, so keep that in mind. Now, this I would personally use is Halifax. Halifax have a decent app. It's not amazing by any standard, but you can open as many current accounts as you want. So therefore, you're easily able to open a current account and then switch it immediately. I've done this a few times already with Halifax. I think I did it for when I was redeeming a NatWest offer, and certainly when I was redeeming a HSBC switch offer, which I might talk about later on in the video. Now, there's also direct debit requirements, right? Direct debits are something that might be of concern to someone looking to switch an account, because you don't want to move your regular bills onto there just in case for whatever reason it's not paid, because you don't want to go without energy, utilities, phone bills, internet, you don't want to go without that. So it's probably not a wise idea to switch those ones. However, you can get some very low cost and obviously low, let's say, important direct debits, like a £2 a month bill, and then that way you're going, well, if I'm making £200 from this bank switching offer, I can chuck £2 towards a charity. Now, charities are a good example of an easy direct debit to set up. The only real hassle with some charities is that they like to hound you via email, so be quite clever there and probably use a different email address or one of those temporary email generators, although it might be difficult if you're trying to cancel the direct debit, but I believe you can cancel it through your bank with no additional stress. A charity that I personally like to use as a direct debit is RSPCA. I've really not gotten much for that, and I got a little nice email saying thank you for donating £2 and a picture of a dog, which I don't think the £2 would have gone very far, but hey, at least I got it, right? And then there was also a good one which you can use, the likes of Plum or MoneyBox. Now, these are both savings and investment accounts. Now, these are quite good because they'll set up a direct debit to take money from your account, and it counts, but this money goes into a savings pot. or an investment pot. Now, I use the savings pot in MoneyBox. I think it's quite useful. And I think you can actually use that in combination with your current account. So what it's doing is it's taking money away from your current account outside of the switch offer, and you've actually got another way of saving money, so that you look in your bank account, you go, oh, I've only got £10 left. Oh, actually, it's because you've saved £100 in another account and you're not looking at. But yeah, so they can set up a weekly direct debit of MoneyBox or even a monthly one. So it's a good idea to set up a very quick direct debit, and that money's going into a savings account, so there's no real stress there. And that gets you your direct debits. Typically, it's 2 direct debits on these accounts. Sometimes it's free, but you've always got opportunities around. And as I say, charities are a very easy one to do. Now, there are some other things you should keep in mind. I think it's a very, very wise idea to track this on a spreadsheet. I personally have my own spreadsheet that goes, here was the bank, here was the offer, here's the criteria that needs to be reached, here's the date of the offer and when it was last accepted. And then I will put my own date and say, here's when I did it. This is useful because when these offers refresh, they may say you're not allowed to, or you will not redeem the switch offer reward if you were previously involved in a switch offer since 2020. Now, I might have done it with NatWest in 2021, but had forgotten exactly when. So I might have gone, okay, I'll try again, and realize, oh no, I'm not eligible for the switch offer and I've wasted my time. Conversely, this could be a very similar thing where you did a switch offer in 2021, but they've said not since mid-2021. You're like, I can't remember when. I guess I'll just avoid the risk. So to be as efficient as possible, having a spreadsheet or even a paper document can work if you're organized, but I personally lose paper documents all the time, so I probably wouldn't suggest that one. Now, it's a very good idea as well to keep an idea on cashback sites like QuidCo or Top Cashback. I've got a link for QuidCo in the description down below, and there is actually a referral offer where you can get up to £10 of cash. But I've actually got some tracked cashback, which I'm going to try and load on the screen for you. One moment, let's see if I can get it. There we are. So you can see here that I actually had a HSBC advanced bank account offer, which has been tracked. I've obviously not redeemed it yet. And this was actually with Andy, or Be Clever With Your Cash. She had a promotion going on. But you can get an additional £37 here, or £36, just because I'd signed up to a HSBC advanced account while switching to HSBC. So it gave me extra money that I'm able to withdraw and redeem by the end of May, probably. And that's an advantage, right? You've gotten even more free money from doing this. And again, it's tax-free as far as I'm aware, because it's what's it called? The reason why these offers from banks are tax-free is it's a reward to do business. I've forgotten the exact term, but basically it's like a complimentary gift to you to encourage you to use our accounts. That's why it can be written off so well. Now, there's one more thing. You might be going, okay, well, Oz, look, I love this. This is great. I can get these switch offers, but I don't have £1,250 to pay into an account in order to redeem the switch offer. Like, it's just not going to be worthwhile for me. Or I can't, deposit £1,500. Well, actually, there's a little hack that you can do here where you're able to bypass this. So let's say the eligibility, let's go back on Martin Lewis's website here, and let's go, okay, we're looking at the offer for NatWest, right? They want you to pay in £1,250 within 60 days of opening the account. Okay, so what you can do is you can set up, or your another account, this is where your main current account comes in handy here, you can pay in £250, send it to NatWest, get your NatWest account to send it back to your main current account, and do that 5 times. So that what you've got to do is reach a total transfer in of £1,250, but you don't have to have that money sat in the account in cash, because I appreciate not everyone has access to that kind of money, and it's a good strategy. Therefore, you can bypass these offers. And you might go, do you have to just use £250? No, you can use any amount you want. If you were really, really, really patient and maybe a bit sadistic, you could probably transfer £1 1,250 times into the account. I'm sure the banks would probably contact you and go, what on earth is going on here? Some people are quite automated with this. They set up standing orders, which means they automatically transfer the money into the account, and they can bounce it through multiple accounts to claim interest. Now, that I believe is a form of stoozing, which I won't get into in this video, but Martin Lewis certainly advocates this one as well. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video and found value from it. If you have, please do hit that subscribe button for some longer term investment content and finance related stuff. Take it easy. Have a fantastic day.